Welcome to Zero Minus Automotive channel. This time, we will discuss Ford. We began considering it the stylish truck. The 2019 Ford F-150 Limited inside has the equivalent unremarkable plastics found in any of Ford's half-ton trucks, yet almost every one of them are shrouded in cowhide. The seats get calfskin as well, obviously, yet it's rich delicate stuff in a rich dark colored that appears as though it was redirected from restoration hardware. The wood is genuine, the main event is softened cowhide like microfiber, and the metal trim has a nearly plaid surface. The seats need you, the running sheets drop down to welcome you, the monstrous sunroof lights up your day. The cost for this swankiness is $74,575. Stunning indeed, yet the F-150 King Ranch, the first drop to half-ton of shake into the previous summer, was just $280 less. It had basically the majority of the Limited's component content, though included as $20,000 worth of alternatives, in addition to the $3,000 Power-stroke diesel motor that makes for a faulty offer given its mere capacity and efficiency. The Limited, then again, is the main F-150 other than the Raptor that comes standard with the high-output 3.5-litre turbocharged V6 that wrenches out 450 pull and 510 pound-feet of torque. What's more, to repeat, it costs essentially equivalent to the 440 pound-foot diesel. So it's the HOV6 that makes the F-150 Limited emerge. It has a significant increasing speed advantage over the most dominant Ram 1500, which I drove the prior week, moving admirably past ability into the domain of guilty pleasure. This thing moves. It matches the smooth, easy, low-end intensity of the lesser 3.5-litre turbo V6 found in other F-150s, with a significantly more prominent pummel of push and an underhanded growl from the one-of-a-kind double fumes that never gets old. It's cool without being disagreeable. The EPA additionally says it'll get 19 mpg in consolidated driving, which is equivalent to the standard 3.5-litre EcoBoost and just 3 mpg lower than the Power-stroke diesel. I oversaw 17.7 mpg. The F-150's 10-speed programmed by and by sparkles, downshifting intelligently without attracting much consideration regarding itself, notwithstanding while crossing Mount Hood on the winding Highway 26 in Oregon. It's additionally a help while towing, which with the HOV6 and four-wheel drive, has a limit of 9,400 pounds. There was, nonetheless, the intermittent unpleasant commitment from the drivetrain with introductory throttle tip-in. The programmed stop-begin framework additionally isn't as smooth in its activity as the Ram's V8 that is supported by the eTorque gentle crossbreed framework. By and large, however, it's magnificent, and genuinely boss, that Ford put such an exhibition motor in a non-execution variation, much like during the 1960s when it would put the Mustang's discretionary, huge square V8 in the engine of an extravagance show like the Ford Thunderbird. Because you need max control, it doesn't mean you need max assault taking care of and a dreadful ride. Which is the reason it's not brilliant that Ford made the Limited standard with 22-inch wheels. The subsequent ride is just appalling. Over fixed asphalt, sewer vent spreads and potholes, the F-150 Limited is always tedious and notwithstanding rebuffing. In any event, the body doesn't wiggle and shimmy like the Toyota Tundra does. The F-150 is still a significant unbending thing with a competently tuned suspension. However, the King Ranch rode on 20-inch haggles and so. Besides, the distinction between the loop-sprung Ram 1500 is much increasingly significant, underlining the truck's general predominance. In the event that the 22s were discretionary, the main way you'd get them is in the event that you like discipline, you didn't step through them on an exam drive, or you only drive on crisply cleared streets. Tragically, they're standard and they shouldn't be. They make an enormous trade-off for getting the V6 and the Limited. More terrible, despite they hone the driving background. The F-150 Limited holds the street competently enough, as its Ram and Silverado rivals do, however it at last feels more truck-like. The controlling wheel itself is somewhat greater and the exertion is less straight and predictable, feeling more like a more established pressure-driven framework than the nearly hybrid-like directing framework found in the Chevy. You have an inclination that you're guiding the F-150 as opposed to driving it. All things considered, it's flawlessly consoling on the interstate, exhibiting great strength. Presently, with respect to the Limited's other raison d'etre, swankiness, the inside truly is a beautiful spot to invest energy in spite of the accompanying nitpicks. The camelback cowhide novel to the Limited is without a doubt a slight advance up based on what is generally consummately beautiful calfskin in the King Ranch, however everything else appears to be generally on par. Indeed, there's a plenitude of extravagance vehicle highlights, yet they aren't generally of the most noteworthy quality. For example, there are rubbing seats, however they just work from 3 lumbar bladders and uproariously hum while in activity. Likewise, the swankiest Ram accompanies ventilated leaning back seats and the monster vertically arranged touchscreen. There's additionally a far cleverer focus reassure plan, yet that goes for each trim. At last, picking the Limited as opposed to a stacked King Ranch or Platinum comes down to the V6. Also, in case you're spending more than $70,000 on F-150, is there any good reason why you wouldn't get the greatest baddest motor right now in a creation truck? All things considered, the 22-inch wheels, first of all, however adjacent to that, I have nothing. The genuine inquiry, however, is whether all that calfskin and extravagant jeans highlights merit the $20,000 premium any of these fancy trucks appears to order. To be perfectly honest, the appropriate response is by all accounts, no. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Cheerio.